Good morning from our 26th state of Louisiana. Today we are heading down to New Orleans because it is Mardi Gras season, but last night we tent camped here in Shreveport.
If you don't know what Mardi Gras is, keep watching. So I'm trying out a new sleeping pad tonight. Check it out. I promise there's a sleeping pad under there. Mary Catherine's still rocking the Walmart mattress.
Listen, I'm using this until it doesn't work anymore.
So we'll see how they stack up.
It was so fun to drive into the campground tonight. We haven't done that in a while. It's been 2.5 months. That's crazy. That really quiet stillness in the campground in the morning is just one of my favorite feelings and favorite experiences in the entire world. It's like the sun just came up and it's just so nice. It's good to be back. We've checked off state 26. I tried to time lapse taking down the tent, but I'm pretty sure it didn't record, so on to the next thing.
Got the camping gear put away, now it's time to shower.
I love a good KOA. Sometimes I used to feel like it was cheating because we're not out in the woods, but it's a campground. And they always have clean bathrooms and great showers. And I just really like staying at KOAs. I used to not, but now I do. And I heard this one has coffee in the morning, so we're about to go find that.
Where are you supposed to be? You're so cute.
Look at that up there.
We haven't found the coffee, but we have literally found anything else you could ever want from a campground that has to do with camping or your camper.
You look like you're dying for a ride. Well, come on and let's go.
Y'all, we found the free coffee. They were so nice in there. Louisiana. I have had nothing but good experiences so far. Everyone's so kind. So we have 3 goals while we're here in Louisiana. We checked off the first last night, which was tent camping. The second is that we want to experience a Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans. And the third is that we have to try some local Louisiana food.
We have been told that Louisiana has some of the best food in the country, and honestly, looking at the list of things we're gonna try, we can't even pronounce most of them.
But before we head south, let's give you a quick campground tour. This KOA comes standard with all of your regular stuff you'll find at most KOAs. There are primitive tent sites, there's also tent sites with electric like ours. There are plenty of RV spots, and there's a couple different cabin options. In addition to that, there are bathrooms with showers, and they are clean just as always, and there's a playground and a pool. We drove to Baton Rouge yesterday, and now this morning we've driven the rest of the way into New Orleans, and we are going to check off the other 2 things on our Louisiana list today, starting with breakfast. Let's go. We waited 45 minutes in line, but I think it's gonna be worth it. We got some food. Now we're gonna go back to the van to eat it so we can watch the parade from there.
Mary Catherine for the win on the parking job here. She found the best parking spot in the entire parade, probably.
Everything I was reading was talking about how early you needed to be on the parade route, hours ahead of time to get a seat, unless you had a ticket that you had to pay for to sit in some of the bleachers, which we didn't have and we weren't gonna get. And so I was like, we need to park on the parade route so we could sit on top of the van, and we are.
This is our view.
We might not catch too many beads up here, but we're still gonna get a great experience, and I am pumped.
This is awesome. Good job.
Thanks. So when I was planning this whole trip, I was just mind blown. It was like I was planning to go to another country I had not heard of, nor could I pronounce half the foods that we were gonna try. I had no idea what they were. And like, there's all this terminology around Mardi Gras that you just don't know unless you're from here. And so it's so unique. This is possibly the most unique thing we've done so far in America. And we have started with beignets. I'm not gonna eat this because I have to eat gluten-free, but TJ is, and it literally just looks like a square donut covered in powdered sugar.
Oh my gosh, they're heavy. I'm getting it everywhere. So good. The bread is very thick and dense. It tastes like a pound cake and a churro had a baby.
TJ is a big fan of like donuts and all those sorts of sweet breaded things. So where would you rate that on the scale of like 1 to 10 for those?
Probably an 8. So very high up there.
That's awesome. The other thing we're trying, I think it's pronounced étouffée. We got 2 versions, crawfish and grits, and then crawfish étouffée, which I read étouffée is shellfish over rice. And then I don't know if it's kind of like soupy or whatever consistency it is. However, I guess the breakfast version, at least at that restaurant, is the one over grits. So it looks amazing. It smells incredible. And we're gonna try both of them. This one's the rice, or is it grits? I think this one's grits. Anyway. Wow. It's a lot like the clam chowder I've had, except crawfish, so the meat is different, but it's really good. It has so much flavor. I was also a little bit worried it was gonna be like on fire spicy, but it's not. It's delicious. Now I'm gonna see if the rice is the exact same thing as what's over the grits. It's the exact same thing. This one is actually slightly spicier, but I like the texture of the rice a lot more than the grits.
It looks the exact same.
Yeah. This is delicious. It's the soup or whatever it is on top. It's not really runny, like it's pretty thick, kind of like stew. It's delicious.
Which one do you like better?
I like this one better.
This is so good. This is probably some of my favorite food that we've tried. It's very crawfishy, which is amazing.
We're gonna have to figure out how to make that ourselves. That's some good stuff.
All right, here's the grits. Very good also. I like the étouffée better as well.
Out of all of the new food that we've tried across the country, this is by far my favorite. I love it. We've been waiting for an hour and a half for this parade. It said online it started at 11:30. It's 1 o'clock. There's a lot of people here, but no parade.
That far in, and this is the most fun parade we've ever been to.
The rest of America does it wrong, I'm telling you. So if you don't know what Mardi Gras is, it's actually a French holiday, but Louisiana has a lot of French culture. And so here, Mardi Gras is celebrated the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, but it's turned into really a whole season of celebrating. So like January and then all of February, there's tons of parades. I don't even know exactly what they're celebrating, but it is fantastic. And depending on where you are on the parade route and which parade you go to, especially closer to the actual Mardi Gras holiday, the streets are so packed that you have to get here hours ahead of time to get a spot.
That guy has an outhouse on his float. So it's custom to throw beads off the float at the spectators, but I think it's just throw whatever you have, because they're just throwing everything and anything out.
That was so fun. Oh my gosh. Look at all this.
All right, now we're heading down Bourbon Street, which is famous for many different reasons. You can Google that yourself, but basically it's not really like known to be the safest or the most family friendly area, but we want to see it in the daylight, and the restaurant we're gonna eat at is close by. So let's go. So we got sort of an assortment of things here. Mock shoe corn, seafood gumbo. This is the Creole combination platter, which has shrimp Creole, jambalaya, and red beans and rice. So we're about to try a whole bunch of things that we've never had before all at once. I'm excited. Where do I start? Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's a seafood gumbo. It's more bitter than I was expecting, but not in a bad way. It's very seafoody, as you would imagine.
It's very thick. It's almost like gravy-like. It tastes very good.
I like that. It's like soup over rice, or soup with rice in it. I like that. All right, this is what the waitress recommended, mock shoe corn. It's like corn and it has other stuff, like onions and peppers in it. It's kind of sweet, and then just like a little bit of spice hits you. But overall, just very flavorful. Sort of similar to the same flavor as the etouffee from this morning, but instead of meat, it's just corn, peppers, and onions.
If you've had corn chowder, imagine that, but spicier.
Red beans and rice. The most flavorful red beans and rice I've ever had. 10 out of 10. I always love red beans and rice. But it's different when you're eating it, like where it's from, you know? Okay, shrimp Creole. I've never had this ever. Wow. That's very similar to the crawfish stuff we had this morning, except it's shrimp, and it tastes very shrimpy. Not a great description, but it's served over rice, but it's a lot thicker than the gumbo. So it's like soup over rice, but the gumbo is like soup with rice in it, if that makes sense.
That's my favorite out of all of these things. And it's all kind of running together, so I couldn't tell you what I just ate, but it was good.
But I figured it out. This is the jambalaya, this is the shrimp Creole, and this is the red beans, and the rice is underneath it. The shrimp Creole is something I have never had before, and it is my favorite thing in this meal.
All right, for dessert, we have a praline sundae, which looks amazing.
This looks like it has lots of caramel, and I really like caramel. What surprised me is that it tastes a little cinnamony, just a little bit. That's good stuff.
It's very sweet, but it's very good. We just got back from dinner and they are still going strong here on the parade route.
I got more beads while you were in the bathroom. I got purple ones, and I got these purple ones, and this. I don't even know what this is yet.
What is that?
I don't know.
Open that.
Okay, hold on. Oh, it's like a fanny pack.
What?
Oh, like everybody's been wearing these, but it says something I cannot pronounce, which is pretty much the norm here.
Foray.
I don't know.
Free.
It has 2 pockets, and it's sparkly. I like this. How fun! Everybody was so excited. They like saw me pointing the camera at them, and they were like, 3 beads. I love it. This is awesome. Like so many vans keep coming through, and they're like good, and
They're so good. Like loud and clean, and it's just
Yeah, like earlier the bands were like, they were good and they were fun, but like now they're really good.
You hear them coming from like a long way away.
Yes, oh, I love it.
today has been just a blast. I mean, it is just a party around here. I can't believe I am 26 and I've never been to Mardi Gras before.
They're still going strong, but we have to leave. We've got big plans for tomorrow.
Yep. So stay tuned because that's going to be a whole different video, but it's going to be the most Louisiana thing that we could think of.
If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Join our travel family, and we'll see you in the next video.
More beads! I'll add it to my collection.
All right, we're really going this time, I promise.